What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Zole's Reviews, and today we're going to be talking about something very exciting that I saw maybe a week ago, and finally, I'm back doing videos again, finally decided to bring up. That is that Jazwares is bringing back the 4-inch Fortnite action figures. Now, I know they've done this twice before, same with the 6-inch figures. I don't know if the 6-inch ones are returning this time, but they're back again, and I think they'll be here for a lot longer. So what I wanted to talk about today, and if you haven't seen the previous videos, I've been talking about 4-inch action figures. This is what I have collected a lot of recently. Well, not recently, but before I started making videos and got into like the Mario Galaxy and Lego, it was always 4-inch action figures to go along with like the Fortnite stuff. So today I want to talk about the 7. These figures, only 6 of them have been released. I have 5 of the 6 of them. I sadly do not have the Imagined, and they never got to making the order. So I hope the order finally does come out this time around, because I loved these figures, and, like, you can't even find the Imagined anywhere. Or, like, one of my Fortnite mains, I'm trying to get the origin to stand. One of my Fortnite mains, being Zig and Choppy, well, Zig, and then the backblade pet being Choppy, he was one of the last figures to be released, but like he was released terribly, so no casual fan could really ever get him, and that was a problem with the Imagined. If you were just a casual fan trying to pick up figures and stuff, she was only released in like special areas. So now, since the 7 are back in the story of Fortnite, if you have not seen the lore, they are back in action, just not the same figures. Like, a lot of these will be outdated. Some of them, with the one variation they've even made for the origin, isn't even the right one. That is like his prison breaker outfit. So I kind of want to talk about the 5 members of the 7 I have today, as well as just bring up Jonesy, because a lot of stuff's going on with Fortnite right now, but at least they'll be making figures again, as far as we think. And then also here, I do want to show off, like, the sidekicks, what you can use for sidekicks. We have the Hasbro Yoda here. If you have not seen that video, or it isn't out yet, should be on my channel by the time you're watching this, though. You can kind of use this as like a homemade sidekick, since they haven't made any official ones. And then another one, you can use the Jax Krusty figure. Everything's falling down. These guys are very fragile, in the sense that, like, you breathe on them, they fall down. But they do come with bases. I just don't have a lot of them, because those were the build materials. But the last figure here I do want to show is the Dark Voyager, but it isn't reality redacted. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about Fortnite's The 7 action figures, as well as, the Dark Voyager. So, let's get this started. Now, the order that these released, I can really only base it off of memory, because trying to look it up is really hard. But I think the first one they actually released was the Visitor. He released in one of the original bubble packs. He never got remade. And I found it on Amazon or something. That's how I got him. I didn't get him originally. But they did. Someone was selling them, and I was able to get one. He comes with this pickaxe, which I think is the cliffhanger pickaxe. And then he came with his backplane. Don't know what it's called, though. And a few other accessories, which were cool. As for the detailing, he does have his visitor circle signal on there. The detail on these figures is really good. They did a really good job, put a ton of effort into making these figures what they are. Articulation, I'll probably show off on Jonesy, which I'll show off next, actually. But this was the first member of the 7 they had made, at least to my knowledge. As for Jonesy, we'll just quickly get him out the way. This is just the normal Jonesy that came with the Battle Bus set. This scar, I don't know where I got it, but it came in one of the sets. This isn't his backbling, but too bad. But for the articulation, it's head, we got arm, elbow, hand, waist, abs, legs, knees, feet. Like, it is a ton of articulation in these 4-inch action figures, which I really enjoy. The next member of the 7 to be released, I believe, was the Scientist. He was still in that original packaging, but he was one of the first vending machine characters to have been made. The vending machine Loot Llama sets. And the accessory he came with that I have here is just he had a drum gun, in that I remember. Then here's his back bling. But he's a really nice, bulky figure. I love all the detailing on him. Like I said, really nice figure. Like I said, they put a ton of care into these figures to make them what they are. But they didn't really do, like, if you wanted the other edit style of him, they wouldn't really do that too often unless it'd be an exclusive or a re-release. They'd sometimes do that. As for the third figure, I believe it was the Paradigm in the new packaging. Now, this isn't her backbling. This came in one of the vending machines, or Loot Llamas or something, but I just kind of gave it to her. This was the pickaxe she came with, though, the prismatic axe. You can kind of see it's chipping away and stuff. But it was yet again like a really great figure. And this was the third member of the 7 they made. And has all the same articulation. None of these figures skimped out any articulation. Then we have the last 2 members of the 7 that I own that came in the Master Grade series, which would have them at like $20 to $30 because they had extra accessories and details. This included extra details and stuff to like try and get you to get the figures. I believe the first was the Foundation, because afterwards they just started doing Master Grade without any special features. Looking at you, Origin. But the Foundation, though, came with like extra head sculpts, which we'll take a look at. His cape was on there. He has his blade. He came with his Rift Rifle, which is actually in the game, finally. And then all the same articulation, but he had a special feature where underneath his cape, which you can see, that's how it plugs in, that's how all the backblings do, he had this button where you can, let's press up, and he lights up. So really cool, looks better in person, to be honest. But then you can pop off the head, you can see he just has this ball joint. That's kind of why I need the Black Adam figure shown in one of my other videos. I accidentally put him away. But getting out my special bin of stuff, we can get his other head sculpts. So we have this one. I don't know if this was Combat Elite or not. Oh wait, no. This one is Combat Elite. Hold on. Oh, knocking everything down. This one is Combat Elite. I'm not popping it on though, because they're a little hard to take off. Yeah, I think that was Combat Elite. And then he has his Tactician edit style, which I believe is what it was called. But it had like that visitor's head aspect to it. So yeah, overall, really nice figure. He had extra accessories. They all did. Except for the Paradigm. But yeah, I just kind of want to show that off because I thought it was really cool. And this was from one of the first waves of the Master Grade series, because, like I said, he actually had special features to go with these highly detailed weapons, unlike the Origin. For the Master Grade series, we got figures with special detailing, which, I mean, they all kind of had in general. Figures with extra accessories, but they always had a gimmick. 2 of them lit up, another one was 0. I have him somewhere, like the Foundation, but his whole body lit up. Some of them had this cool gold painting on them, like Oro. Others, like you could, like Midas Rex, you could have the Midas figure, or give him armor and swap out parts. But the Origin didn't have anything. Like the Mecha Strike Commander, you could open up the chest panels. In the same wave, too. You could open up the chest panels, and boom, you could have that emote. For him, you'd think you'd be able to swap him between his 2 versions. But no, this is everything he came with. He came with these weird, sticky, painted accessories with his pickaxe. He has the MK assault rifle and his backbling. But he's in his prison gear, so I hope the Fortnite goes and or not Fortnite Jazwares actually goes and makes this figure as like in his entirety with his actual 7 armor. Then the last figure they made was the Imagined as a solo pack. She was a limited edition, so you could swap out her head. for her helmet, but it wasn't really that good, to be honest, because like I said, you couldn't get her. She was one of the last figures they released. But yeah, anyways, as I was talking about in the start of the video, you can kind of have like sidekicks, I guess. So here's Jonesy stacked up to Krusty and Yoda. Oh, he fell over. And then another one I have is that Biddy Bowser Jr. from the Jax Star Launcher. So, I mean, like, it's kind of up to you how you want to do the sidekicks. I think Yoda probably fits the best. Krusty shouldn't be a sidekick because he's a skin, but, I mean, they don't make figures that big. And the ones that they do have are, like, this big, so it doesn't even matter. But, yeah, that's kind of how you can make sidekicks. Although, like I said, not many characters really fit that aspect. So yeah, the last figure I want to talk about is the original Dark Voyager. So yeah, got just zoned out. This was a backbling accessory. Just gave him a cube and stuff because this kind of looks like the Dark Voyager reality redacted a little. But yeah, there isn't much you can really do. In all, though, I'm happy that they're starting to go back and make figures again. That is really nice to see, and I hope it continues even through everything going on with Fortnite right now. But if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. It would mean a lot, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.